Good evening. It's me, Shells. Thank you for watching Israel's television. I'm sorry that I haven't recorded in a couple days. Things did not go as planned, and I've had an extremely busy last few days, and there was certain things that um, interrupted my flow. Let's just put it that way. When these things happen, though, I end up embracing them, even when it's something that others would look at negatively, because it's always a growing moment. You got to remember, it's never happening to you, it's always happening for you. So even when people take advantage or are not honest or, hurt my feelings or whatever it is, at the end of the day, when I analyze and look back and assess the situations, I have to always be thankful for the experiences, because it tends to not only prepare you in the future for different transactions and make you more aware of how different people work and move, and it kind of helps you to see things coming in the future, I guess you can say. But it also like shapes you, like it helps to shape you within your walk in your path. In Romans 8:28, it says all things work together for good to them that love the Lord, those that are walking according to his purpose. It didn't say just the good things, it said all things. And so, needless to say, I had a very eventful weekend. I honestly didn't know what to do, but God worked it out for me, and everything is well. I definitely shortened my friend list. But that's normal, on the path. If you know, in life we don't really ever have too many real friends. Only a handful of those anyways. But let me get into this message here, or this word, whatever we want to call it today. So basically, this is going to be about earth angels and those of us who are on certain assignments here, where, things aren't as what they seem, God has a certain way of moving, and he doesn't always do things so abracadabra. Some things, matter of fact, a lot of things he does are so subtle that if you don't pay attention, you might even miss it and not even know what's going on. So with that said, let me say this. Some of you are here on divine assignment. You think you're going through it. You think that you're in a rough spot in life. You might be staying on somebody's couch, or having to sleep at a friend's house, or rent from a family member, or just, going through a period in time right now where you're just a little bit more needy. Maybe you are sick, or maybe you have a broken bone somewhere, or you're not just where you usually are, and you're just needing a little more help, and you're frustrated and sitting there thinking, oh, woe is me. And the whole time, God is using you to gauge somebody else's heart. He's using your situation and your body to carry out his tasks, in order to see where others people's true intentions and hearts lie. When people are in a place of need, it really shows who's there for you and who's not. Everybody always says it. There's always people posting on the internet, making memes, making posts about how, you really know who your true friends or your true people are when you're broke, or you're hurt, or you don't have nothing, or you need something. It's never when you're doing good, or when things are going smoothly. It's always when, things are rough. And so in those times, not only do we find out our true people, but we also can clearly see the hearts of people. And so even though, as we know, God is omnipotent, omnipresent. He knows all, things still have to transpire and manifest in the physical and play out here on this earth. And so these are the situations that he uses through the people that he sent here to carry out his mission, to see what others are going to do. And I'm actually going to share some scripture right now. It's going to be Matthew 25:31-46, starting in verse 31. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep up on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungered, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in. Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee hungered, and fed thee, or thirsty, and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger, and took thee in, or naked, and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick, or in prison, and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done unto me. Then shall he say also to them that are on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was hungered, and you gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and you gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and you took me not in. Naked, and ye clothed me not. Sick and in prison, and ye visited me not. Then shall they also answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungered, or athirst, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister unto you? Then shall he answer them, saying, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye did it not to one of the least of these, ye did it not to me. And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into everlasting life. So this is saying that he's basically telling you, and the ones that everybody overlooks, and the least of the people that people would consider, certain rank or certain stature here on earth, these are the ones that he's saying, these were me. Every single time, the beggar was me, the bum was me, that crackhead was me, the heroin addict was me, the prostitute was me. Those were all me. That's what God is saying. And when you didn't minister, or when you didn't care, or when you didn't even try to assist in any way, you basically turned away from me. And so it's like I was saying, some of us here, we're going through things, but God's using us to gauge other people's hearts. And I want to share a couple other verses with you, because I'm going to tie in the fact that some people here on earth are actually angels. And so Hebrews 13:2 says, Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unaware. Like it literally says, you never know who you might be entertaining. Be careful how you treat people. Psalm 103 verse 20. Bless the Lord, ye his angels that excel in strength, that do his commandments, hearkening unto the voice of his word. Those are just a couple verses that basically reference, and there's actually a few more, but how they're read and with the other, you kind of have to read more of the whole chapter in order to get an understanding on that. And I don't want to make the videos too long, so I'm just going to use those couple of verses, because within themselves, they basically reference the fact that there are people here that are angels. They're incarnated here, to help bring the light back to earth. And so I'm also going to do what I've been doing and reference I guess you could say, a secular website. And this is from KTEN.com. And this is what this is their theory or, opinion on this. So it says, Earth angels are spiritual beings born into physical form. They have had many lifetimes and have chosen to be born into our physical world at this time. They are evolved spiritual beings. These angels are 7th and 9th dimensional angels incarnated into physical form in order to be born as physical human. They lowered their vibrations. Why are they here? They came here to serve humanity and the earth, assist all souls in the awakening and ascension process, help in anchoring the timeline of light and love and peace to bring to the earth and humanity into the golden age of co-creation. These angels came with a wake-up call. They were born with a time to awaken. This could be a series of events and happenings, lessons that need to be learned in order to awaken to their divine truth. Although they are physical beings, they retain the connection to their higher angelic counterparts. All souls come from the same divine source, but there are many different paths souls can take which shape their characteristics, missions, and even personalities. Earth angels are people whose soul origins are from beyond earth, hence the terms I'm in this world, not of it, and who have spent a great deal of time in the higher spiritual dimensions of love and light. Their desire is to bring peace, light, and love to the earth, humanity, and all beings. While everyone on earth now is a spiritual being, not everyone is an earth angel. Earth angels are highly spiritual, evolved as souls. They vibrate with an incredible light and have been called to earth on a mission to serve as light workers. What does it mean to be an earth angel? Being an earth angel does not mean you are perfect. It doesn't mean that you are saint-like. Like all of humanity, earth angels make mistakes, experience challenges, and feel disconnected at times. Being an earth angel means that you're called at the soul level to help others spread kindness, have compassion, and make a difference on earth by bringing the light and love of the higher spiritual realms into physical realities. And they have right here 37 signs you're an earth angel. I'm not going to go over all of them, but I'll read a few of them. Number 1, you feel different to those around you, and it doesn't bother you to feel this way. You can feel just as happy to be on your own as to be with other people. You may have been described as a loner as a child, not that you noticed though. You always have an idea or solution to offer and love helping people. You are a fantastic support person in the lives of almost everyone you know. You are always looking for a better way to do something. You rarely ask for help because you have an inner knowing that what you are doing is the right thing. Being helped is sometimes confusing for you. You feel insecure in some of your relationships. You can easily sense if someone is holding back, and you get a sense of what they are going through and thinking, even when they don't say it. Additionally, you sometimes struggle to understand why people aren't like you. You have a grace that inspires people, and you can lift people's energy and spirit without much effort. You accept others wherever they are, even those that some can't even tolerate. You always see a silver lining in every situation. You always see the good in people. You have incredible gifts in whatever you put your heart to. The areas of writing, art, music, healing are a special interest to you. People seek you out to release fears and other painful memories and emotions. You aren't so great about managing responsibilities, time, or boundaries. That's one of mine for sure. As children, earth angels have a tendency to be diagnosed with various cognitive disorders because of their lack of concern for the material world. It upsets you to see people in pain. It's your nature to reach out to those who are suffering. Sometimes this means that you attract people who have a victim mentality. You feel lost when faced with extreme anger, and you tend to avoid conflict. You want to experience only happiness, so you avoid confrontation when possible. You sometimes worry about how your energy impacts others, and checking with those around you to see how they are feeling about you. It disturbs you when you can't sense that your loved ones are connected with you. You are not comfortable with your physical body, especially your feet. As an angel, you have trouble staying grounded. Money and riches don't motivate you or impress you. You accept people for who they are and what they've got. Those around you often ask, "Where did you just go?" Because it seems you are often daydreaming, fading out of conversation, or not paying attention. You would help anyone who asks often, and you help those who haven't asked for help. You sense their need before they do. You often provide an alternative or a big picture perspective in group settings. Competitiveness doesn't interest you, as you want to see everyone win. You can serve others without drawing attention to yourself. You have a tendency to feel different or even alienated from others. You can remember being teased as a kid because of your different interests and behavior. You have an amazing sense of humor that seems to help you cope with difficult situations. You have a tough time being a part of crowds because you feel overwhelmed by the energy of so many different people. People you don't know very well tend to tell you incredibly personal things about them. You may have a history of addiction in your family. People tell you that you look younger than you are. You have a clear and strong sense of purpose. Even though you may struggle to know how to manifest this purpose on earth, you know you must work to help teach and heal others. And lastly, I went ahead and read all of them. You love the idea of freely spreading love, compassion, and guidance. I went ahead. With all that being said and read, you guys be careful how you treat people. Have a little more compassion. Do a little more, love a little more, be a little more, shine your lights, because you never know. You never know who you're entertaining. And for those of you who are going through it, for those of you who are out here shining your lights and maybe dealing with people who are taking advantage of you, or things that are unfair, or might be having to stay with someone and they're not, necessarily the most hospitable, just keep the faith. Again, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. And God is always watching. People always wonder, like, oh, there's all these bad things happening. God's not doing nothing. Where's God? You guys got to remember, He gave us free choice. So the things that are happening that are bad, and these innocent people that are being hurt, and these are the manifestations of the free choices of others. But at the same time, yes, He is watching, and it is going to come a time where there is going to be no more. It's going to be a cease and desist, and every head will bow and every tongue confess. So that free will, that time is running up. And yes, people are going to start seeing God move, and people are going to start seeing people reap what they sow. So I highly suggest that you guys start, being careful how you treat people, and getting it together, because this is real, and God is real, and it's just time to vibe higher, and it's time to love. And like, who wouldn't want that anyways? Like, who doesn't want a better? And I do believe that's where I'm going to end this. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to shine your lights, and until next time.